In the last few hours, Japan has asked for the Olympic Games to be postponed for a year. Our sports news reporter Alex Capstick is with me now. Alex, what has been said today?
Well, Japan's Prime Minister Shinzo Abe had a conversation with Thomas Bach, the IOC president, this morning about what to do with the Olympics. You might remember on Sunday the IOC said they would take a maximum of 4 weeks to make a final decision to offer clarity, and that caused a lot of complaints from athletes and national Olympic committees. It was taking too long, so they've had this meeting today, and Shinzo Abe has asked for the Games to be postponed until the summer of next year, 2021 at the latest. And given that the torch relay was due to start this week in Japan on Thursday, it does make sense for this decision to be made sooner rather than later.
Is the delay long enough? Because we're hearing that it could be 18 months at least before there is a vaccine. Does this decision not really just, kick it further down the chain?
I think that's guesswork at the moment. We just don't know. Clearly they think that it'll be okay to stage the Games in 2021. Obviously, if the virus isn't contained, then they'll have to make another decision further down the road. But at the moment, they're saying they want to stage it in the summer of 2021. It's a huge logistical challenge, a huge logistical problem to do that. It's not easy to postpone a Games. They haven't cancelled it. They always said that they weren't going to cancel the Games. They were going to put it on at some stage. It hasn't been easy to make that work. I expect there'll be lots of challenges, logistical challenges ahead. But as it stands at the moment, they're not going to host it this year. It's going to be in 2021, and this is the first time that an Olympic Games has been postponed. It has been cancelled before in wartime, but it's never been postponed.
This is very difficult, isn't it, for athletes who are training? Obviously, everyone's, so many people are in lockdown now around the world. And yet, if summer next year doesn't feel feasible, a lot of work will potentially again be wasted in terms of organisation, sponsorship and the athletes' training programme.
Absolutely, it's been terrible for the athletes. A lot of them have spoken about how difficult it is, the uncertainty, they can't train, a lot of them can't compete obviously, and they were talking about that would make an unfair competition at the Olympics, because in some parts of the world athletes can train, in others they can't. And so if this goes on, of course, that will cause further problems down the road if athletes can't train. They're obviously hoping that later this year, into next year, then they will be able to train normally. But as I say, that's guesswork at the moment. We'll have to wait and see.
Alex Capstick, thank you very much indeed.